Meanwhile, Shaka, it's good you're sitting down for this shocking news, of course, that's been reported today, is that Eden Hazard isn't keen on a move to Newcastle.
Yeah. Well, listen, I don't quite understand this. Listen, I understand Eden Hazard, especially given his history in the game. He feels he wants to go to a bigger European club than Newcastle, certainly right now. But given the money that he's on and given how poor he has been, who's that club? Who takes on Eden Hazard? There's no big club that takes on Eden Hazard, so he has to look further down the pecking order. And the only club who right now are kind of forward his wages is Newcastle United. So at least coming back to the Premier League gives him an option to in a league that he knows well, that he excelled in, to put himself back in the shop window or whatever that may be. I just don't understand it. And then the challenge with Eden Hazard is you look at not just his own history, but that of Gareth Bale. In a similar circumstance, a big club like Real Madrid, earning fortunes, gets an opportunity to go back to his former club at Spurs, and is equally disappointing there. And now he's back in Madrid, just languishing. So what's the upside for Hazard here in turning down this opportunity? I just don't see one.
You would take it, Shaq. You would make the move.
Yes. At the very least, I'd make the move on loan till the end of the season and get an opportunity to play football again in a league that you know so well. And maybe it provides an opportunity for somebody to fall in love with you again. Because right now, who on earth is going to look at Eden Hazard right now as he's playing right now with the money that he's on and say, you know what, I'm going to take a chance? Nobody but Newcastle.
So the interesting thing is, you know, his favourite position allegedly is coming in off the left-hand side or whatever, but there's a guy doing pretty well in that position at Newcastle at the moment called Alan Saint-Maximin.
Would you go to Newcastle? Would you leave Real Madrid to go to a relegation scrap at Newcastle?
No. But if the World Cup was in the summer, which it's not, in that case, I may do.
Well, it doesn't matter. He's going to play in the World Cup, isn't he? Regardless of what goes on at Madrid or where he is.
You're missing the picture.
Dan.
The picture is he'll be playing the World Cup. One second, Frank. He'll play in the World Cup as a player who's probably going to been a bit part of Real Madrid, so he's not sharp, he's not fit. It's not ideal for Roberto Martinez, is it? So I think it depends what mindset you want to go into a World Cup, which is sort of a moot point because it's not till December now. But the answer to your question is it depends what his desire is to go and play again.
Right.
And I would suggest that's at the levels of having no interest in going to Newcastle.
Frank?
Yeah, I think we have to be truthful regarding what we see from Hazard for the past 3 years, where he completely lost his football and he's 31. And do you really think that the guy is going to come back to the business and be as good as he was when he was playing for Chelsea? I have big doubts about it, and even more, I don't believe in it anymore. And I don't know if it's a good thing that he comes to Newcastle. And I don't know if it's good for Newcastle to hire somebody like Eden Hazard, because I have doubts about this football, and I've doubt that he can go back to his best. And do you think with Eden Hazard, Newcastle is going to survive and not go down? No, I don't think so. I think he lost his leadership, he's lost his football, he's 31. No, he's not going to come back. I'm sorry. For me, it's all over. And I'm sad for him, but it's all over. Like Gareth Bale, it's all over.
It's been a nightmare for Eden Hazard, of course, the last couple of years. A nightmare for Umtiti continues, Jules. After breaking a bone in his foot in training today, he's going to need surgery. Of course, there was talk of him going out on loan from Barcelona as they were looking to clear their books slightly. Obviously, that is definitely not happening now.
Yeah, not happening at all. It could be out for 3 months. Well, at least the good thing about Barcelona, if you want to see the positive things, is that they extended his contract before the injury, so they would have to pay him less. I mean, for longer, albeit at the end, but for now, certainly less than what it would have been had that extension not happened at this moment in time. So that's the only thing, because he again, we talked about players earlier that doesn't make sense in the squad. Well, Barca, Umtiti at Barcelona doesn't make any sense at all, and yet he will have to stay there because of that quite bad injury, quite serious injury that he just picked, and that rules him out completely of any move to anywhere. No one is going to take him now on loan if he can't play before April or something.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.